We'll be talking about the different approaches in teaching. The first one is behaviourism. Behaviourism refers to a psychological approach which emphasises scientific and objective methods of investigation. This movement began in 1913 when John Watson wrote an article about it. From the Doherty and Hughes, it states that behaviourism is a learning perspective which considers that everything we do, acting, thinking and feeling, it can be regarded as behaviours which are conditioned by our experiences. One of the main strengths of this approach is that it provides clear predictions. This means that explanations can be scientifically tested and supported with evidence. Behaviourism in schools will be done by punishment and awards that children get due to their behaviour. In this picture, it shows how children's punishment is either rewarded or not. Each punishment has two sides to them, a positive and a negative side.
There are three stages to behaviourism. First one is operant conditioning, the second one is classical conditioning, and the third one is social learning theory. Operant conditioning is a learning process first described by Skinner, a theorist. It involves applying reinforcement or punishment behaviour. Classical conditioning is a learning producer. It was first described by Pavlov. This involves placing neutral signal before a reflex and focuses on involuntary automatic behaviours. Social learning theory is a learning and social behaviour. This is the view that people learn by observing others. This theory was described by Albert B.
In this slide, I will be talking about constructivism. Vygotsky believed that culture is a principle of cognitive progress. Teachers make sure that children learn in their own ways by using a variety of strategies. Lessons will also be more productive for children when the teachers make it more enjoyable. Teachers take a step back in children's learning and act like a guide to allow children to test their current understanding. Teachers will make sure that they don't just give children facts and information to learn from. Scaffolding plays an important part in constructivism, as this allows children to attend activities by themselves, with teachers looking over them, and providing help when a child is struggling.
Social constructivism. Children learn from working with peers and sharing thoughts and ideas with each other. It also helps when children communicate and use language when working with others as they progress in their communication skills. This also helps children find the best way of their learning. Children are separated in different learning abilities, which allows them to work together to develop their own ideas, as well as in groups to do creative activities. In Vygotsky's theory, it states that knowledge is constructivated and that individuals learn from one another. It is a social constructive theory because in Vygotsky's opinion, the learner must be engaged in the learning process to develop their understanding. In a social constructive classroom, you will see all children of different abilities working together to do creative activities. This is a more engaging and social environment for children, as they work with other children and teachers to expand on their learning. Children will engage more as they find it more enjoyable, as they're not just sitting down and listening to the teacher speak. In conclusion, all these ideas are different. As you'll see, there are different approaches to children's learning and they will develop throughout the